If you want all the opulence of an Audi A6 or Mercedes E-Class coupe, but with more distinctive styling, the Audi A7 could be worth considering. It's a low-slung, rakish four-door coupe that also rivals the BMW 6 Series GT and Mercedes CLS, offering a combination of generous space for passengers and luggage and a wealth of high-tech equipment. The A7 is a more premium offering than the previous model, with an interior that's almost as sumptuous as the larger A8. It also has the same mild hybrid engine technology, which aids fuel economy and enhances performance. Let's see how it stacks up against the Mercedes CLS and BMW 6 Series GT for practicality, driving and value for money. And if you're interested in buying one at the end of watching this review, remember you can go to whatcar.com and head to our new car deals section where we can help save you thousands. First, let's see what this A7 is like to drive. You can have your A7 with a choice of either a 3 diesel or 1 petrol engine, and it's the most powerful 50 TDI diesel that we're testing today. It's a 3-litre V6, has plenty of pulling power at low revs and can briskly get up to motorway speeds without breaking a sweat. This engine will match the BMW 630D for acceleration, but it won't keep up with the Mercedes CLS 400D. And although the A7 is refined overall, there is a little bit more engine vibration coming into the cabin compared with the Mercedes. If it's refinement you're after, the 55 TFSI petrol is a much smoother operator. Although being a petrol, it does mean that you have to explore higher revs to get the best out of its performance. Both engines share one annoying flaw. This 8-speed automatic gearbox is slow to kick down when you want to overtake. Put your foot down and there is a bit of a delay. So to overcome this, you can just use the manual shifter. One piece of kit that works well on all A7 engines is Audi's 48-volt mild hybrid system. It enables the car to coast for extended periods with the engine off at speeds from 34 miles per hour to 99. Not that you'll be travelling at 99 miles per hour in the UK, and thus helping save fuel. It's not all good news though, because the A7 does not have the sporty handling that its svelte image might suggest. Granted, you can hustle along these country lanes with gusto thanks to the precise steering and quattro four-wheel drive system which comes as standard, but it merely just does the job. It's not really engaging to drive. The A7's ride is also pretty firm on the standard sport suspension, but this can be improved by adding the optional air suspension. This treats you to a wafty high-speed ride that makes the A7 one of the most relaxing long-distance cruisers. It's not as adept at low speeds though. Over potholes it can be more jarring than you might expect. It's easy to find a comfortable driving position in the A7 because there's plenty of adjustment in the seat and steering wheel for reach and rake, and 4-way adjustable lumbar support to help you stay comfortable. Now, in terms of visibility, it's great out the front, a little bit hindered out the back, but not to worry because you get a reversing parking camera to avoid those parking prangs on all models. Then when it comes to interior quality, well, the A7 is almost as premium as the A8 luxury saloon. There's soft touch materials, slick switches and chrome surrounds that give it that opulent feel. The A7 borrows its infotainment system from the A8, which means you get 2 screens. The top one for the radio and sat-nav and the bottom one for climate control. On the downside, there's 2 screens to learn, but on the upside, the climate control is separate and therefore easier to access. As touchscreens go, they're good with sharp graphics and responsive icons, although some of the icons are small, making them a little difficult to hit accurately while on the move. And when the screens are turned off, you can see finger marks where they've been used, which is not a premium touch. So although the system is good, a rotary dial controlled system such as BMW's iDrive would be much easier to use on the move and therefore less distracting. Audi's virtual cockpit digital dash is brilliant. You get a really sharp set of instruments and you can customize it to show the most useful information to you. In spite of its sloping roofline, the Audi A7 has ample space up front, even for very tall adults. And there's also plenty of storage. We've got decent sized door bin, little cubby there, and 2 cup holders, and a decent sized glove box. Although there's plenty of legroom in the back, headroom, if you're over 6 foot tall, you will find that you are brushing your head against the roof lining. I'm not entirely sure what that feels like, but feel quite grateful that I don't. A benefit of being only 5'4½". Now, if you are tall and you will be traveling with 5 people regularly and you want a 5-door coupe, your best bet is to go for the 6 Series GT. And of course, the elephant in the room, if you are traveling 3 in the back, is this huge transmission tunnel, which will not be very comfortable for the middle passenger. There's plenty of boot space though. In fact, we managed to get 8 carry-on suitcases, which was more than the CLS, but guess what? The BMW is still better. But let's not beat this Audi up though, because you get an electronic tailgate as standard, a really wide usable opening, and the seats fold down to create even more space. Although prices vary depending on what engine you choose, generally speaking, the A7 undercuts the BMW 6 Series GT on price and is about the same as the Mercedes CLS. If you're a company car driver, the cheapest option for tax is the petrol. However, if you're covering a lot of miles, you will probably prefer the diesel. If you want to keep CO2 emissions down, go for the entry-level Sport trim with the smallest wheels available. Sport trim provides most of the kit you're likely to need, including a reversing camera, electric leather seats, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto smartphone mirroring. The most important thing we'd add to this is air suspension to improve the A7's high-speed ride. Although the A7 comes with some safety equipment as standard, for example automatic emergency braking, we recommend adding lane departure warning and blind spot monitoring. To sum up, the A7 is a beautifully made high-speed cruiser, but it's not the most fun car to drive, and that infotainment system is a little tricky to use on the move. For plenty more on the Audi A7, including our full online review and that of its rivals, head to whatcar.com. You'll also find we can help save you thousands on your next new car. Go to our new car deals section, but before you do any of that, hit subscribe.